Je veux que vous écoutez à la musique de Gypsy City.
It all started in El Paso. I mean, that's where I'm from. Although I was born in Los Angeles, El Paso is where I spent my life. From kindergarten to the start of high school. My mother relocated me and my brother so that we wouldn't be caught up in the gang life that was becoming the way of life in LA. Chuco Town. That's where I fell in love with God and hip hop. I'm MC Nice. Yo, I used to watch others and have all these ideas when cooking on how I would blend seasonings. Now on May 20th, the world gets to try mines. Nice blend, Valitos discovered the world of taste. It's a flavor alert. Yo, what up? We here, we live. Yo, check this out. Before we get into anything, I'm Nice. I'm the music mentor. 30 years in the music business, man. And I'm here to, I'm going to enlighten some people. And we had a real good time last week. And I had some good feedback from you guys hitting me up in regards to what we learned. So I'm going to dive into some of that. But let me give you some background on me. If you don't know me, like I said, 30 years in the music business. I'm a multi-platinum producer. Worked on the movie Crash. The soundtrack won the Oscar, if you're not familiar. Better Days with Tupac, did Thug's Mansion, God's Son. I started with the first Latin rap group in the history of rap music. Lighter Shade of Brown that hit the Billboard charts, that's right. And so I'm very accomplished. 8 motion picture soundtracks and all that good stuff. We'll get into that even later. Also, you might have seen me on TV. Or you might have seen me in the movies like The Rookie Feds, the Connors, the Jammies, like all that good stuff. Ravens of, by the way, Jammies was the first African-American animated music series on Netflix, now on Amazon Prime. Go check that out. Also, I got a couple of books out. Songwriting Secrets is my newest. So if you don't know how to write music or write songs, I can help you write songs. And that's what we're going to do here. Also, you have Music Release University. So that's for those that don't know how to release music, which is why you here. I'm going to help you elevate your music career today and be well on your way to a successful release. You feel what I'm saying? So, yo, it's been one of them days, man. I've been real excited and I'm excited about what I'm going to share with you. So let's do this. Let's recap last week real quick. So last week, I talked about the 10 most important must-dos that artists must do before releasing records. One of them was complete a one-stop split sheet. We talked about PROs, music registrations, recording and mixing your records well, having dynamic cover art, also, having some type of budget, paying close attention to the trends, a marketing plan and strategy within the budget, and not to reinvent the wheel. Remember that? And then we also talked about SWAT. And a lot of people hit me up and was like, yo, we like what you said, Nice. And so I was just like, okay. But what we did talk about was performing rights organizations. I didn't have a chance to get this slide up last week, but if you're looking at it today, here you can see these are the PROs that you can go and register, because you're going to need these PROs when I get into what I'm going to talk about today. Today, we are going to talk about split sheets. What is it? We're going to dive, we're not just going to glance over it. We're going to actually go into line by line in regards to the split sheets. We're going to talk about ISRC codes, and we're going to explain that because you're going to need to know what an ISRC code is, and you're going to need to know what a split sheet is. Also, for those that wanted to know what the digital service providers are, these are the digital service providers across some of them, because there's a whole lot more, but these are the ones that I know and recognize. So without no further ado, we're going to get into split sheets. And the reason for the split sheets, we already explained that you need to have clear paper trail in regards to who owns what parts of what song. See, what happens is a lot of people, when we start writing these songs, you get in, everybody's excited. Oh, this part, that part, we good. But then when that record comes out and it blows up, now everybody got selective amnesia in regards to who owns what and what part. Now you have to go back and do the splits. The split sheets is for everybody's records, but it also allows you to register the records with your PRO well. And then if you're doing sync licensing, this is really important because they want to know where the rights reside, right? And then if you got a one-stop split sheet, which is what we're going to get into, that one-stop split sheet, the buck stops with you, where that means the licensing agents can come to you, do the deal for the song, and then you are then responsible to give everybody their situations. The reason that they money, right? So the reason licensing agents don't want to go to every individual, because everybody might have a different might have different fees and different things, and they don't want to have to deal with the hassle of trying to negotiate with every publisher or every writer on the song. So for this, what we're going to do is go into a one-stop split sheet. So here I'm going to show you one of mine. Obviously I blocked out the names so you can see. So this is a song I did called Amen right there, with Everett Drake, Kenton Jones, and this was a remix of Everett Drake's Amen Goes right there with him and Derek Lee. And so this is the split sheet in regards to the one stop, right? And so obviously you can see that this was recently signed, so it's coming out on my next album. We have an Afrobeats version, but it's clear here, and it may be small, but I'm going to go in it line by line just so you can really get an understanding of how to fill these things out, right? So this is a clear breakdown of who owns what, this, that, and the third, right? I didn't include all of the writers because you get the first example, and it just be writer 1, writer 2, writer 3, writer 4, writer 5, and then it'll go into the one-stop verbiage. And the reason for for that whole situation is so there's a clear understanding of who has what. So this is the first page. So obviously the full one-stop split sheet, you're going to need the artist, which is you or whomever you representing, the song title, written by, produced by, the genre, the length, mastered. If you don't have those things available, then it's you can come back and fill it in. But the most important part is actually getting the information that's needed for the split sheet so that you can register and everybody has an understanding. If you don't have a mix yet or mastered yet, it's all good. You should know the label and you should know the ISRC code. So if you're dealing with the DSPs like a Distro or CD Baby or TuneCore or United Masters or Nectar, then they probably have ISRC codes. But I would personally suggest you get your own ISRC code, and we'll dive into that. Also, you're going to need the description of the songs, right? So you dive into the description, because 9 times out of 10, when you go to register with a Spotify or you go to register with any other, they're going to know, okay, well, what is this song? And keep in mind that when you're describing your song, it's not just about how it makes you feel. You got to describe it to what type of instruments is in it, and you got to do this all in relatively 300 to 500 words, right? And you describe, from that standpoint. So split sheets. So we're going to go into this next one here. So as I stated before, now we're getting to the writers. So writer 1 should be you. And at the end of the day, so writer 1 is your full legal name, which is your registered name with your PRO. So whatever you registered as with ASCAP, BMI, or CSAC, that's what that name needs to be there. Gender, you can put down. Date of birth, you can put down. But I think those is optional. And then Social Security or tax ID. Now, the reason they ask for that is because if you're doing a licensing situation, they're going to have to pay you. And if they don't have your tax ID or social security, you're not going to get a check. So 9 times out of 10, if I'm the one and I'm representing the label and I have to pay you, I'm going to need that information. So that's why that is asked for. Now, the Performing Rights Society, who are you with? Are you with BMI, CSAC, ASCAP? Who are you with? The CAE or IPI number is your number with whatever performance society you with. So if you with ASCAP as a writer, there's a number called IPI. If you with ASCAP as a publisher, you have a publishing name, and you have a separate IPI from your writer name. Now, if you don't have a publishing company, I suggest you get a publishing company from your PRO. It's very important, especially for those that are with BMI. If you're with BMI cuts 2 checks, one for the writers and one for the publishers. Now, if you don't have a publishing company, they normally hold on to that checks unless you have an administration company that's charging you a fee to get your money, right? So 9 times out of 10, if you would be BMI, get you a publishing company, pay a few extra dollars to get you a publishing company, so that way you get both checks. Same with ASCAP and CSAC. Any PRO you belong to, you need a publishing company because that's where the money really is. Be honest. Think about Michael Jackson. I think I stated this last week. Michael Jackson bought the Beatles publishing, the catalog. You know what I mean? So anything that happened with Beatles, from the radio, from movies, from whatever, it all came to him. So, it's important to have a publishing company. So be sure to do that, right? And so if there are more than 3 writers, just add another row until you've completed all of your writers. Keep in mind, if you want this one-stop split sheet, you can hit me up at N.I.C.E, the music mentor at Gmail. So that's N-I-C-E. It's right there to your right. If you look at the screen, N.I.C.E, the music mentor at Gmail. If you subscribe and you like, please hit the like button on this. If you subscribe and you like, and then later on join, I'm going to make sure that you get this, because there's no reason that you shouldn't have this information. And that's real talk. So we're going to jump into, so once you got established the writers now, and all the splits is established, you need to establish the one sheet, right? I mean, the one stop. And so the one stop is just pretty much the verbiage that's giving you the right to represent your song. So you would be the one-stop contact, right? And then those that sign the one-stop is saying they agreed to give you the right to represent your song and all the non-exclusive licensing things. So if it's exclusive, obviously they're going to have to negotiate with everybody. Deals on behalf of the songwriters, which is those that's on their songs, publishers, which is those that own publishing, and master owners, which is pretty much you, because you're the master. You're the one putting out the record. You own the masters, unless you belong to a major label and they financed your record, then they own the masters. But if you're an independent and you're releasing, you own the masters. So it continues. And the reason for this verbiage is so that the licensing agents don't get in trouble when they're doing a deal with you to get the records in a movie, to get the records in a commercial or gaming. So income derived from any and all sources. Your company will distribute the records to any and all DSPs, which is what's happening as an independent. Once the first sync master use license placement has been secured, any monies collected shall be split upon the agreed percentage portions forwarded within 90 days of receipt. Exactly. So at the end of the day, in this split sheet, you'll see that there's percentages. Those percentages have to be understood so that when you go sync licensing, now as the record company, when that sync comes in, boom, I have an agreement that says I got to give percentage here, this percentage there, this percentage there. And that's one of the main reasons for a split sheet, a one-stop split sheet, because you can do split sheets, but a one-stop split sheet, right? And then it goes into a confidentiality statement to where everybody we agree not to disclose or share this type of information with anybody, and then you go forward with that. Everybody signs, right? And boom, you have a one-stop split sheet. Like I said, N.I.C.E the Music Mentor. If you subscribed and you liked, I'll send it to you for free. Send me an email, right? But I'll know if you like and subscribe though. So you know what I mean? So also at the end is the official song credit. So listen, when you're going to register for a Grammy, or you're going to register for a Dove, or you're going to if you're trying to get into any awards, they're going to need this information. They need your official credits. We'll talk about the blue sheets and the one sheets on another situation, because I want to get through this and get out of this, right? But your song credits is important if you're trying to be a part of the award shows, right? Also metadata as well. But this is real simple. Song title, written by, produced by, arranged by, mixed by, mastered by, published by, which is your publishing company. Now, what I noticed is that a lot of writers don't have publishing companies. They have they're just registered as a writer. Like I said, get a publishing company. Do not leave that other check, you know what I'm saying, there. Get you a publishing company and be real and be well equipped to go out there and handle the music game. That's the thing, is a lot of people are leaving money on the table because they don't properly have the things in place to make the money. So when you got the things properly done, like your sound exchange, like your BMI or your PRO, like your one stops, now you've got clear direction on who gets paid, how we're going to get paid, and who's going to make the moves with it. The thing about it is, when that's unclear, then they hold on to your money. You want them to hold on to your money? Because I don't want nobody holding on to my money, right? So the most important thing is that. So that's a one-stop split sheet. One-stop split sheet stops with you, and you take it from there. Now, moving on. What is an ISRC code? Because what I noticed is that people don't understand what an ISRC code. So here it is. What is an ISRC code? And keep in mind, I have a place where you can go get an ISRC for yourself. What is an ISRC? It's an international standard recording code. It's the International Identification System for sound recordings and music video recordings. Each ISRC is a unique and permanent identifier for a specific recording, independent of the format on which it appears, whether it's CD, audio file, etc., or the rights holders involved. Only one ISRC should be given per track. And an ISRC can never represent more than one unique recording. If you notice when you go to like your TuneCores and your distros, they got ISRCs already there, right? And so at the end of the day, what you have to understand is that our ISRC is also cataloged. So they're cataloging your records. They may not technically own the records, but they cataloging them. So it's not your ISRC, but anybody that's in the music game can go get an ISRC code. And here's the thing about it is, be in charge of you, right? So I have my own ISRC code with Gypsy City Music, and the thing we'll dive deeper into this. So what are the benefits of using an ISRC? Well, the ISRC system is a key to your royalty collection. Ding, ding, ding. Anybody hear that? It's a key to your royalty collection of recordings in digital information age. So in this day and time, we need these things. So the ISRC is a unique, reliable, and international identification system. It provides a unique tool for the purposes of rights administration, correct? It's a useful identification tool in the electronic distribution of music. Coding is compatible with the standards developed in the field of the consumer electronics and readable by hardware already used in the industry. Meaning that when you put this code on your records, it's read wherever. You know what I'm saying? Wherever. That helps everybody go and collect on your behalf, whether it be your PRO, Sound Exchange, or any other format that's collecting money on your behalf. By having an ISRC code, they can do that. Now, if you own your own ISRC code, which is easy to do, we'll get into that. But now you can catalog your own thing. So you want to know, is there a fee? Yes, but it's a one-time fee, and it's an administrative fee for the allocation of the code. They give you the code. The code is yours for life, unless you're releasing 100,000 records a year, which I doubt. And if you are, you making some real money. Why you worried about it anyway? Pay the $95. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So at the end of the day, it's you assign your records. So every year it starts at 1. So I'll get into what one of those codes look like, but and it's real easy to understand when you look at it and you'll go, oh, I get it. So it's a one-time fee. And why is there a fee? Well, RIA for many years administered the ISRC system in the United States as a complimentary service to the whole music community, including thousands of small labels and independent labels, and it has absorbed all of the operating costs. Due to the increasing demand for the ISRC registrant codes, we need to make a nominal charge to contribute toward these costs, right? It's many people. I mean, the music industry is growing exponentially. You see how many records is coming out on Spotify every week. It's crazy. So you need an ISRC, and here's what one looks like. Here's what one look like. So the first one where you see the BE, that's the country code. So I think United States might be QY or QM. Yeah, because mine is QMP. So the first one is the QM is the country. So whatever country you in, that'll be whatever that code is. The second one is the code of where it's assigned. So your record company. So it'll be the country, the record company. This is how they know it's yours, right? Or you're distributing it. And then the next one is the year. So this one says, hey, in this country, record company ZZ9 in 2005 distributed, and then right next to it is 9,991 records, right? So if your record number 1, it'll be 000001, right? And if you drop another record after that, it's 00002. And it's not 00001 for everything. So if you drop a single with a remix, with a instrumental, each one of them have their own identifier so that you could so that it could be tracked in regards to what's being played and what's not being played. So that is the ISRC code explained. So, for me, I'm always one of them dudes that like to share. So here's where to get it. This is the only place I know to get it. I'm sure they got others, but this is the official source for this. And it's USISRC.org. You can go there, and if you want to know more about it, man, at the end of the day, that's where you can learn more about it. Real talk. ISRC codes, real important. So what I shared with you today was the benefit of a split sheet and the benefits of a one-stop split sheet. So if you subscribed and you've liked my video, you hit me up at N.I.C.E, the music mentor at gmail.com, and I'll send you a split sheet for free. I will. And then I sent you you seen the ISRC, the ISRC situation. And so as an artist, get your ISRC, get your splits together so that you can make some money, some real money. If there's any questions out there, I'll definitely take them because I want y'all to win, and there's nothing like getting some good information. If I had this information when I was coming up, man, I would have did some other things. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Right Way Management. I seen them up in the building. Yep, I see you. VZ, what's up, man? I seen my man Darian Harris was up in here. Appreciate you, Darian. Y'all coming through. Appreciate y'all. You know. So I'm going to be doing this every week. You know, it'll get better. It'll get better. It'll get better. The more information is going to come in, and then I'm gonna have like real perks. So yo, if you like what I've given you, you know, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to hit the face. You know, check me out on Instagram. Check me out on Facebook Music. MC Nice Facebook MC Nice Music. Tripping today. MC Nice Music on Facebook. Also, yo, hit that Cash App. You know what I'm saying? If this information is going to benefit you, it's nothing. Yo, what's up, Emily? I see you in the building. Yo, shout out to Emily. She on the new album, man. The album's coming out, and yeah, her journey is incredible. Be sure to tap in with Emily Barhouse. Emily's fire. Appreciate you, Emily. You know, so definitely appreciate everybody for tapping in. So $ MC Nice on the Cash App if this is benefiting you. I'm not getting paid to do this, but at the bottom, but I do have the information, and I'm sharing it with y'all. And so all I can do is ask for a like. Hit that. It's free. The like is free. The like is free. Subscribe is free. And then later on, I have you join. That's a little different, but do that. So I got into what I said, one-stop split sheets. I got into ISRC code, and that's important. You want to make money in this game? If you want to make money in this game, you got to get everything right. It can't just be about the music. It can't just be about the words and the songs, because if the business ain't together, it's just words and a song that nobody's going to hear. Or somebody may hear it, take it, and then you won't get compensated for it because you didn't have the business together. So these are all just business tips 101. PRO, get your PRO, Performance Rights Organization. I put those up. Get your one sheets together. This is when the song is taking place, not after the fact. As the song's taking place, y'all know who wrote what, this, that, and the third. Get that established from the start, and then you'll be all right. You know, get that established so there's no fighting after the fact. You know, imagine you come out with a monster hit and nobody did that split sheets. Now everybody gonna want their piece, and everybody's gonna feel like they contributed 100%. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I'm excited. Thank you all for tapping in. This is gonna be a short one, 30 minutes. I don't want to be that guy that be all long-winded. Let me see if somebody else responded. Oh, hey, what up, Kenosha? That's right. Great information. Appreciate you. Out there in the 313. Appreciate you. Thank you for stopping through. You know what I mean? So, like I said, this is a 30 minutes. Try not to be on here longer than that. I just want to give you the information, and then we tap out. And then if y'all got any information, hit me up. Nice the Music Mentor at Gmail, and then we'll go from there. But until then, you know what I'm saying? I holler. For real.
Je veux que vous écoutez à la musique de Gypsy City.
It all started in El Paso. I mean, that's where I'm from. Although I was born in Los Angeles, El Paso is where I spent my life. From kindergarten to the start of high school. My mother relocated me and my brother so that we wouldn't be caught up in the gang life that was becoming the way of life in LA. Chuco Town. That's where I fell in love with God and hip hop. I'm MC Nice. Yo, I used to watch others and have all these ideas when cooking on how I would blend seasonings. Now on May 20th, the world gets to try mines. Nice blend, Valitos, discovered the world of taste. It's a flavor alert.